Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Nikke video, and it's happened to me. Like I said, it was at least 2 days ago now, but still, the 160, the infamous or famous or infamous, whatever you want to call it, famous wall, the 160 wall, finally caught up to me as well. I am now at the 160 wall. I can't do anything until you have you have 3 stars on these characters here. So as soon as you have 3 stars here, you'll be able to be at 100 or 200. And so, like, look at this one. See, she has 200 there. So all of these characters here would need to have 3 of them, and that's pretty much impossible right now for free to play. Even if you get like godly mold luck, there's still tons of SSR characters in the game, so you'd have to be very, very lucky to be able to do that. So what you'd normally do, if you don't already know, hopefully you know at this point. I mean, if you clicked on this video, you already know this, but I'm just going to say this just in case you're a new player and you don't know this at all. What you'd want to do, because you're going to be doing a whole lot of pulls, you're probably going to give all these SR characters set to Limit Break 2. And so since you're able to do that, you can go to 160 in the Synchro. That's why these little heroes are in orange. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. I don't want to take too much time off this video for this, but just in case you don't know about the Synchro device, just go in here, and whatever the lowest level is in terms of your 5 characters up here will be determining what level all the characters down here you can put as. And you can unlock a lot of these up to here to free through the university that's in the same outpost level. So it costs a lot of money, but overall eventually you'll get it done and you'll get more money in the long run anyways. So you're stuck at the 160 wall, even with the Synchro device. It's a nice free-to-play way of getting everybody leveled up and everything like that, but eventually you're going to hit a wall like I did, and like you guys will. So some of the only ways you can do at this point to get even stronger, even when you're at 160, is getting your affection up for the characters that you have. Now, if all of them are at Limit Burst or Limit Break 0, this is not going to be as good. At least if you have 1 or 2 in some of them, at least you can get higher affection levels. For example, my helm here, you can go up to rank 30, so that means your stats are going to be quite a lot higher. As you can see here, that's quite a bit of stats. Just make sure you're maxing up all of the ones that you're currently using. Of course, you want to use advise on the ones that you're not really going to be using, but you may use in the future. As you can see, some of these characters have above level 1, because I'm thinking of using them, or something like that. So yep. So I wouldn't worry about SRs unless you really like the character. Of course, then I can't really stop you. As you can see, her leader is being worked on as well. She's ranked 12, so eventually she'll be able to go into a team, most likely a secondary team of mine. And make sure you're hoarding all these, because you want to use them on characters you actually care about. The gifting. So maxing affection is one way you can get past being stuck at the 160 wall completely. The only other way you can do it, other than limit breaking, is getting better gear or maxing all your gear. That's really the only other way you can do it. And one other way you could do it is one of the most expensive ways is if you have some limit breaking characters. You can take them out of the Synchro device and just level them up with the white text instead of the yellow. So you would be starting back at ground 0, or you'd be starting at level 1, but you might actually progress faster through getting levels on that character than being stuck at 160 on some of these. Like, for example, I could take Helm out and I could start leveling her up to 200. And I could do the same thing with Rupee here. I could be doing that as well. So that is also another avenue you could do it, but it only works if you have, EX3, or not EX3, sorry, at Limit Break 3. Limit Break 1 and 2 are basically not very useful in terms of getting past the 160 wall. On SSRs, you need 3, which really sucks. Now, I know that they're making free characters that you can grind eventually very soon in this liberation system, but it's probably going to be a long and slow grind, but it's still possible to do it. So that's really it, guys. Other than getting very lucky with molds, getting luck with pulls, you're kind of just stuck at 160, getting all your stuff, all your skills maxed, getting all of your equipment maxed. Mine's not maxed yet, but let's see if we can work on that today. Now, we do have some stuff here, but I don't really want to use. Yeah, I don't want to use all of that, and that's not even enough anyways. So work on getting like the weakest levels done first, like this, so then you're not using all that equipment right away. Just work on a little bit at a time. You know, look around. You know, look at some of these other stuff that you may have that you may want to level up cheaply. Not use all of this gear for just one level. Don't do that, because you need some extra gear for other characters, especially in SP Arena. You want tons of tier 7 gear for a lot of your characters that they don't really use, but you kind of have to use them in SP Arena to get higher rank. And currently I'm Challenger 1, so I think I'm doing pretty good for myself. That's the highest rank you can get. I think I'm doing pretty good for myself. And so that's really, guys, max affection, max skills. Maxing skills is probably going to be actually a lot slower than getting past the 160 wall itself, because as you can see here, I only have 6s on average, and that's a 7 here because I invested a lot into her, and I wish I had more breaks for her, but sadly I do not. So overall, maxing affection, maxing skills, which is probably going to be the last thing you're going to do. Maxing equipment is the easiest thing you can do. Maxing affection is the second easiest thing you can do. And maxing skills is probably the hardest thing you can do, because look how slow it is. It's very, very slow, because one of the only ways you can do it for free is in the simulation, and you can only do it once per day, basically, because the last one you might as well just forget about, because most people can't do it reliably. Especially people who are stuck at the 160 wall, it's almost impossible. So I wouldn't even bother with it. And then the cube thing, until they make the union raids, you can't really level them up that much, so they're really not a big impact either, sadly. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, what you guys are gonna do for your 160 wall. I'm hoping I can just get some luck with some molds. Sadly, lately I haven't been getting very lucky, but maybe I can get lucky soon. And so there's one other, I mean, you could get lucky in this. Very unlikely, because the rates are only 2%, and you could get anything in this, but let's just try. I haven't actually got, maybe there'll be some video luck, but honestly I've never gotten an SSR from this summon at all, and I've done quite a few. And will that stay? Yep, it's staying. But at least you get some of this stuff, whatever that is. So you're able to go and cash in on the shop and get some more molds or whatever else you would like to do with those. Since no, that's not gonna be enough. Sadly, I'm not an odd or an even number when I need to be at an odd number there. So you can also buy, you know, these also help, but the gains you get from doing these are like so small. You'll hardly even notice that your power will be increasing when you do these. Especially at this point when you're at level 20 plus, when you need like 50 of them. So as you can see here, I'm really tempted to get this, but I need one more after that to even get one. So it's very slow grind on that. That's like the least. That's why I didn't even really mention it, because it's like the least thing you would ever do. And make sure you guys are sending friend points as well, because it's one of the missions, and you can summon more with them. And I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal this up here, just in case you guys wanted to add me. This is my ID. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. See you in the very next video. Peace.